Welcome back, party people, to another Minecraft Survival Let's Play video. My name is Ramses the Two. Let's get started. Now, you might be wondering why we're over here in this village, and why I have a bed here, and why there's a giant hole in the ground. Those are all very good questions, because none of these were the case when I last left off at the end of our last episode. So I dug this hole in between episodes here, so that I could start prepping for the project that we're going to tackle in today's episode. And those of you who know a little bit about how to do this might already be able to guess that we are in the process of building an iron farm. I've decided that mining for iron is just getting too time-consuming. Our house is right over there, by the way, in case you were unclear on where we were. We've been to this village before. Early on, we came to this village, and I looked around. There wasn't really much here. No blacksmith or anything. But it does have villagers, which is something that we need in order to create an iron farm. So basically, the way that an iron farm works, for those of you who don't know, is that iron golems are a mob that exists in this game, and you can craft them. You can actually, like, using iron blocks and a pumpkin, you can actually make an iron golem. But we don't want to have to make them. We want them to automatically generate, and the only time that they automatically generate is if they're in a very large village. So we want to trick the game into thinking there's a large village, so that it will spawn iron golems, and then we're going to collect the iron golems in one place and kill them and get iron from them. It's pretty simple. And so yeah, we have to build a village big enough that is worth spawning an iron golem in order to defend it from mobs. Because that's what iron golems do. They kill evil mobs. So what we're going to do is we're going to be placing a whole bunch of villagers and doors inside this box down here. And the reason we're placing doors is because that's how Minecraft determines where a building is. It's not actually the blocks of the building. It's the door of the building. So if I were to go over here and just take that door, that is no longer a building, according to Minecraft. This isn't a building anymore. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to try to get rid of all the other doors and make an iron farm right here. Now, I'm not super good at this whole Minecraft stuff. And I'm not actually sure whether this is going to work or not. I'm starting to get worried, actually, that potentially... Here, let me sleep. Oh, I can't sleep yet. I'm starting to get worried that maybe this place will still count as a village, even when we take away all the doors. And that it might change the way our iron golems spawn, in which case we might actually have a little bit of a problem. But I'm hoping that won't be the case. I'm hoping that we can build this here. In fact, what I might do is, before I get any further, I might actually go do some research to make sure this is going to work, because I don't want to just build this all and have to rebuild it again later. So, I actually, now that I think about it, I'm going to do a little bit of research into this and see whether or not this is actually a viable location. All I've done this far is dig the hole and tell you guys about what I want to do. But beyond that, I haven't actually done much of anything yet with this, other than just plans for how I want to do it. So let me go figure out whether this is actually a viable solution, or whether I need to actually build this farther away from a village. Because if I need to, I can, but I thought it'd be nice to build it close here, so that it's easy to put the villagers in it, because that's the other step. First, we're going to build the thing, and then we're going to populate it, because in order for it can't just be an empty village. There has to be villagers there for the iron golem to be protecting. So, that's why I put it here, but let's actually see where this goes, and if maybe we need to move this thing first. So I'll see you guys back in here in just a little bit. The good news is it just seems to be working. I'm gonna hope that it continues to work. I've been gradually moving doors farther over here close to our area, and also waiting for it to become nighttime so that the villagers start naturally searching for the doors, because they try to go back to their village at night and like get inside. And you can see I've got several down inside here, and I've got most of the other ones hanging around us. So I'm gonna go ahead and push forward. I guess while I'm here, I'll make sure that none of these are guys we specifically are like, oh no, let's not trap them in a thing forever, because we are gonna kind of trap them in this thing forever. But I guess I'm actually feeling pretty good about this, so I'm gonna start laying in the rest of the doors. I've got a few more here, and then I might have to make some more as well. And then we can start working on where we're actually going to put the villagers and how we're going to transport them there. But for now, I'm just going to place the doors I want where I want them. You can see I don't really care what kind of doors I'm using. It doesn't matter what kind of doors you're using. I just know that I'm going to place my doors and my villagers on the outside and have a bunch of space in the middle for the golems to spawn. And the water, I'm going to have water pushing the golems towards the center where I'm going to kill them with lava. That's the general plan. But in order to do that, I got to set up a little bit more infrastructure first. And then I'll kind of show you guys a little bit more in detail what the plan is. So as you can see right now, we have a lot more doors in here and quite a few villagers. And they're, like, you can't quite see all of where they are. They kind of hide back here. There's some here. Oh, I didn't mean to place that block. In fact, actually, if I just walk back here, you'll start to notice loads of them. They're constantly closing doors in my face, which is annoying, but yeah, you can see we've got quite a few back here. And, well, as I say that, I keep finding places where they aren't. We need to make sure we have at least 10, which I think we probably do. If not 10 right here, then we have some more up and around in a couple different places. Ultimately, this isn't where I want the villagers to go, though. You can see I've got one over here. That's fine. I've got some materials with me if I need to transport them somewhere else, and I'm going to need to, because ultimately we want them in this track right here. So what I want to do is build up this track so that they can't get out, and then basically start herding them all into here using mine carts, because villagers, I've got the stuff to, I've got some blocks of redstone to power our powered rail, and I've got some rail, and I've got a mine cart. And what I'm thinking is I make a little way for us to actually get our villagers into this track using mine carts to just drop them in. And I'll probably have to work like one at a time, but that's okay. I can make that work. For starters, though, I need to make sure that they can't get out of this space once I put them in. So what I'm gonna go and start doing right now is going to be a kind of like a ring around here using probably, I don't know, some kind of wood. There's lots of spruce around. I should probably start chopping down some spruce, and I'll start using spruce wood planks for that. Is probably the best thing. This right here looks a little bit nicer to me. We're now at the point where I can actually start putting the villagers into their place. So I guess the next step is actually figuring out how I want to do that. I'm going to probably grab some cobblestone, because I could use some more blocks for this. And I guess the best way is I'll go down here, if I can get down here. And then I'll start building up some kind of staircase for getting them up. And it turns out some of them are going to walk up here naturally, I guess. That's actually pretty funny. Hey, we have our first villager in. He decided to walk up the staircase naturally, which is good for us, I suppose. The thing that we need to do next is come up with a way of actually getting them in a minecart. So for starters, let me actually, I forgot to bring rail, which is probably a necessity. So let's grab our rail supplies. We're going to need this stuff. And let's start making a powered rail line to get them up. So I guess to start with, let's just place a redstone block right here. And I'll just keep placing these about as far as they'll go. Oh, and they're going to go all the way. Look at that. I'm going to put these blocks right here just in case, because what I guess the thing to test would be, let's put this here, and then actually let's just make a button real quick. And if we place the button here, that'll light that up. Great, okay, now I forgot the minecart, but other than that, we seem to be good here. So let's make sure that this works. Because the idea is that when we do this, they end up getting... Well, come on, villagers. How do I... Maybe I can push one to the minecart? Well, for starters, let's just start it with ourself in it. And see. Okay, so if we... This totally works. It shoots them directly to this point right here. So, what we can do... yeah, I'm actually feeling pretty good about this. We'll just maybe extend the rail a little bit farther if we need to reach some of the other villagers, and we'll start getting them in. Let's see if I can actually get a villager in a minecart to start with. Hey, we have our first one going up. Did you see that? I just put the minecart near him, and then here, what we can do now is just drop in, break the minecart, and then rinse, lather, and repeat. If we just keep doing this, we're going to be golden. Oh, they're all disappearing now. Okay, well, let me pull up some of this track here and see if I can get... Let's see if we can get this guy right here. So what I'm doing is I stick the minecart right next to him, and then I just push him until he gets in, and then from there I actually connect the minecart to the place we want it to go. And then from there I push him onto the track. The minecart connects to the track. I kind of push the minecart along until he at least hits that, and then he goes zooming right on up, and we have a villager in a minecart right there. Oh, no, don't hit the villager. There we go. That's exactly what we're looking for. Okay, it's becoming nighttime, so I'm going to see... No, I can't. Of course I can't sleep yet, but that right there is exactly what we're looking for. So I guess I'm just going to keep working like this and see what we can do. Well, we've got some good news. We successfully spawned an Iron Golem. We have one Iron Golem here. That means whatever we're doing is working. So let's keep doing it to start with. Good. Okay, so we got this guy in here, pushing him up. There we go. And this is totally working right now. We spawned our first Iron Golem, which means we have enough villagers. We just need to get them up here and we're golden. So I realized at one point that this little gap they were actually managing to get through. So I've had to continue to block it up. But yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm going to keep working on this right here. And once I have all the villagers up inside our system, I will let you guys know. We accidentally lost one villager down here. I guess he's going to be a little difficult to get back up, but we'll make it work. So you guys, I just died from being slain by an Iron Golem. And now I'm kind of worried that all the villagers and stuff are going to pick up my stuff. But no, he doesn't seem to be mad at me anymore since he killed me. That's actually hysterical. I had to punch one of the villagers, and then the Iron Golem just came after me. I forgot that he was going to do that. All of a sudden I was just getting clobbered. That was really, really funny. We just had our second death. I tried to escape him, but I couldn't. So I guess there's that. Next time I won't try to punch a villager to get him out of the way, I suppose. I guess I learned my lesson there. That was actually really funny. I should have brought you guys in for that, but I was a little bit distracted by trying to survive. So sorry you guys didn't get to see that bit. Right now I'm just still working on getting the villagers back into place. I am currently doing a final check for villagers down here, but I think that I actually may have gotten them all. I'm not finding any more inside here. That may be all of them. So let's get out of here. Let's go look up top and make sure that we have at least 10. I'm sure we do, because we spawned an Iron Golem. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have exactly 11, it looks like. Well, that's enough. I wish we'd have a little bit more than 10, just in case, you know, but if that's all we got, that's all we got. The next thing we need to do is go through and light up their little area to make sure that nothing can spawn in here, because, oh, I don't want to click on them, though. If anything spawns in here, if like a zombie were to spawn in here, we lose our iron farm. It would no longer be functional. And we don't have any more readily available villagers right now, so I think we need to try to keep these ones alive. We actually have 2 more villagers alive right here. And I'm thinking it might be possible to get them up where we want them. But I'm going to need some powered rail. And we're going to try to see if we can get them up here. Okay, so I've made a little track. And all I have to do is get one of these guys in. Oh, well, see, I lost the minecart first. Let's see if we can actually get one of these guys in here. See? And boom. Okay, he's off. This is totally working. And then from here, actually, what I should just do is string this along. I'll just string this along and put things and put the villagers directly in. So now all I should need to do is push him. And he should go... They can kind of drive the minecarts in and of themselves, which is nice. But sometimes they choose to go the wrong way, and then I have to go track them down. So it can get a little bit annoying. But this actually seems to be working semi-decently. Well, it seems to me like we've got everything in place. Which means I'm going to start getting rid of our rail. The other thing we need to do is we need to make the Iron Golem killing area, right? And then from there, that should be just about it. I'm going to repair all the damage we did when we were building this little portion of it right here. And then, yeah, we're actually really close to being done here. The one thing I do want to do is definitely put some glass on top of where the... probably on top of the whole thing, ultimately. That way, nothing can get in that isn't supposed to be in here, so I'll just put a layer of glass on top of all of this. The Iron Golem was trying to get up to meet them, so I had to take away this staircase. Alright, we've got everything set up just a little bit better now. So what we need to do next... I need to find a better way in and out of this place. And I think probably the best way to do that is gonna be to dig the place where we're gonna ultimately be coming in and out of this place right now. But I want to make sure that... My only problem with that is I want to make sure... Oh, actually, you know what I can do? I think I still have my... I do. I still have this right here. I should be able to get out right here. And then I want to make sure I actually take my bed with me in case I need to sleep because it's becoming nighttime. Let's make sure I don't need anything else with me right now. And I'm actually going to... Yeah, I'm going to go dig a place where we can get in and out of this little joint. Alright, so I successfully built a way in and out of this joint over here. I just dug kind of straight out from here. I might make this staircase look a little bit prettier later, but this is looking pretty good for me. I put these here because they represent where our chest is going to go. And we're going to put a chest there to collect the drops that we are getting from this place right here. So what we need to do next, actually, is we need to make a chest, and we need to make some hoppers, and we need to make some signs, and we also need to go track down, hopefully, some lava. Because we're going to need to put some lava in this place in order to kill the Iron Golems, because that's going to be my method for killing Iron Golems. So let me see if I can... Look, I totally have enough wood and stuff here to start making chests and hoppers. So I'm going to make that stuff that we need, and then check back with you guys in just a little bit. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I'll show you from right down here. The thing that we're going to do is we're going to have one block of empty space, and then we're going to have a layer of lava, and underneath that lava we're going to have a layer of signs that hold that lava and stop it from dropping down. So you can see I'll put a sign there, and a sign there, and then actually if I jump up in here and just put one there, and there, that's going to completely hold that lava from falling down. So it's all going to stay right here because it won't be able to fall past the signs. It thinks the sign is a full block and it won't be able to flow past it. So that's just a nice little trick. We've done that before to stop water flowing. We're going to do it with lava now. I haven't put the lava in yet, but the thing we need to do next, actually, is place our chest down. So I'm going to place... Well, I can't have that there. I need to put that right there. I'm going to place our chest right here. And then from there, I can start placing in hoppers into it. So I can place a hopper right there. And one right there. And... Oh, this is difficult. One right there. And one right there. And actually, I've sensed one problem with everything we got going here. If I drop down here, you'll see I won't actually be able to open this. So we might have to... Okay, I know what we're going to do. I got this. I've got an idea. So I'm actually going to rearrange these hoppers just a little bit. I'm going to put our ultimate chest right here. I'm going to put... we had some stone. There we go. I'm going to put the cobblestone back right here to put the signs on. And then from here, I can actually just go... Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this works. This way, everything that ends up right here is going to end up dying. But the real trick is here, the lava is going to be right where our head level is, right? And then this area where our feet are, where the signs are, is going to be nothing. That way the lava doesn't actually burn up the item. So let me just crawl our way out of here real quick. And then we can patch it up. And, I guess find a way back out of this place. We're going to have to probably use our old ladder. Which I guess can stay here just for, like, maintenance purposes. But I don't want to let those guys out. And I'm afraid they're going to get let out. Okay, well that worked. I shouldn't have to do that again, hopefully. I guess the thing that I should really do is find a way to cover these villagers. So I guess we're gonna have to go somewhere and get some sand and make... Well, I guess we probably have enough sand, but we're gonna need not sand. We're gonna need to make sand into glass and actually smelt it down into glass. And here, I'm gonna get rid of this stuff. So I don't know why it's bugging me, but we smelt that down into glass, and then we're gonna put glass over the top of this whole thing. And that seems like the best thing for me to do, but in the meantime, I should probably cover them to make sure that nothing else gets in here, just in case. And we also need to set up a way in and out of this place that's a little bit more convenient, because now we've just closed off this area from the area below by putting those hoppers in that chest there, so we're going to need another way out of this area. But before I do that, I think probably what I'm going to do is go through and cover the villagers, and there should be enough light in here that isn't a problem. But I'm going to go through and cover them right now. That way they don't have anything in them that's... No zombies can get in while we're gone. I don't care if the zombies get into the other area while we're gone. The Iron Golem will just kill them. You know? Skeletons may try to shoot at it, and maybe they kill it. Doesn't really matter. We don't need that Iron Golem. We need lots of Iron Golems. So if that one dies, it's not a really big deal. As long as they can't get in here to mess with our villagers, we'll be fine. And once we're done making all this, we'll make the whole thing look a little bit prettier. Right now, I'm just making something that works, you know? But we'll make something a little bit prettier in a little while. But for right now, I just want to get everything covered and make it so that nothing can get to our villagers. So I'm going to cover them up, and then we're going to go make some glass. Alright? Alright, so we're returning to our swamp base right now. You can see it right here. And the goal is going to be to make a bunch of glass right now, like I mentioned. So let's find our sand chest. And, ooh, I don't know if this is going to be enough or not. Let's smelt everything we've got right here in our super smelter thing. And I'll split it up. That way it smelts pretty well. We've got plenty of coal in there, I think. So we'll start that smelting down. And while we're here, the other thing that I want to do is make a... Here, let's see if we can find... Okay, there we go with leather. And we'll make a few more sticks. And we're going to make an item frame, because we don't have an item frame right now. I'm going to take this iron ingot right here, and I'm going to name it 2 comma village protector, and this thing right here represents our second death. So while that stuff is smelting down, we're gonna add another death to our board over here. And stick it right there. There is, first one is burned to a crisp, and our second one is village protector, because we were killed by the person protecting, or the golem protecting the village. Okay, we've got about 20 done so far, or 20 in each thing done so far. So right now I'm mostly just waiting on the stuff to finish smelting up so that we can have all the glass we want. I may try to collect a little bit more sand later, but I'm at least going to have enough glass to cover the villagers, which is the most important thing right now. And I imagine I'll also have enough to cover most of the top, maybe not all of the top. But we'll have enough at least to keep moving on the project. And the other thing, the other thing that I want to do while I'm here, since I am here, is let's go find some lava. Since I'm waiting for that stuff to cook down anyways, the thing that I should do is hop down into our mine and go see if I can find a place where we have some lava. That should be my goal right now. That way I have the lava I need to... Oh, you can hear that zombie above us. I think he's just always there. He must just never despawn or something. Anyway, I'm going to head this way randomly. I don't know... I don't actually remember where there's any lava down here, but I need just 1 bucket of lava. So while that stuff is turning into glass, I'm going to go find that, and I will see you guys in just a little bit. Alright, we now have a bucket of lava, and I am on my way home. It was pretty far out here, so I've got quite the little trek to do right now out in our mine shaft. You can see this is just one really long tunnel that I dug when I was looking for some stuff. Eventually I'll come through and I'll make like some side tunnels to this, and I'll keep looking for stuff, but yep, I'm just going to keep walking through the mines and get myself home so that we can hopefully have... Oh, actually, look, the tunnel's just about over here. Oh, I forgot to show you guys this. I put a little bit of decoration down here for our mine shaft. I thought it looked nice. After I finished this, in between episodes, I decided to add some stuff. Just kind of for fun. I don't really know what its purpose is, but regardless, we now have this lava. So let's go check on our sand and see what we can find to that effect. Alright, our furnaces have just stopped going, and it looks like we have just about 2 stacks of glass right here. Okay, so I am going to head back to the village so we can cover this thing up, and we're just about actually... Whoa, we had quite a few things spawn over here. Here, let me get my bow out, just in case. I prefer to fight with a bow typically for whatever reason. That zombie's... Oh, it's because he's wearing armor. I was going to say that zombie isn't burning up, which I thought was a little bit strange. We'll kill this guy real quick. And we are off, headed back to the village right now. Ideally, nothing will be broken. I guess I don't know. Oh, and I guess we just picked up a lily pad. This has been kind of a disorganized episode for me, just because the villagers made it really chaotic, ultimately. It was really what happened. I don't really want the lily pad. Okay, here we go. Let's actually take a look and see what we got going on in here. Okay, he's still alive, and I can still hear all our villagers. So, we're good to go. I'm going to mine away this cobblestone and begin placing glass in its place where we're mining this cobblestone away from right now. And then from there we can actually start covering the rest of it in glass as well. Alright, so the good news is these guys are all covered up and nothing's going to happen to them. They've got plenty of light in there that nothing's going to be able to spawn. And you can see the cobblestone. That will despawn eventually. And our next step is to actually make this system so that it will kill the iron golems that spawn. Because right now, we only have the one iron golem. If we kill this one, then new ones will spawn. And every time we kill one, more are going to keep coming back because they'll keep spawning in order to take care of these villagers that are right here. So what we need to do now is come up with a way... Actually, how much cobblestone do I have? I've got enough on me right here. So I need to come up with a quick way in and out of here. But beyond that... I need to start working on making this whole system actually start killing iron golems. So I'm going to build myself a quick staircase goes like this. That'll be perfect. I can get rid of that in when I don't need it pretty easily. And then what we're going to do is, you can see our hoppers are all ready to go. We're going to take our bucket of lava and we're going to place it right there. And you see it doesn't flow past the signs, and this one piece of lava fills in that whole layer right there. And here's the real trick, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to take a few different... I think I've got some water buckets in this chest. Yes, I do. Okay. So we're going to take these, and I guess I'll fill this last one too from the well over here. I think there should be. Here, let's look. Yeah, I covered this up at one point while I was... Oh, man. Yeah, I covered that up at one point while I was dealing with all the villagers, because some of them had accidentally fallen in there, so I had to cover it over. But anyway, here's the next step, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to place water in these corners like this. And if you look, that water's going to go just to the edge but not fall over, because if the water fell over, then it would turn the lava into obsidian. But I measured this out so that if you push the water just in these corners, then they're going to fall all the way down to here. And then what we're going to do from there, once the water is right there, is we're going to dig away the blocks that are right here. And now the iron golems will be able to spawn in this area, and anytime they spawn, they're automatically going to get pushed to this lava. So now I just need to repeat the process with all of the other corners. Alright, well, 3 of them are done. You can see I just have the one more left, which means I need to go get one more bucket of water. And then this farm is basically operational. And ideally, I'm hoping that we're actually going to be within range at our house to be loading this. We might not be, but we'll see. We're actually pretty close to our house still. And if we are in range, that will mean that we will be loading this farm all the time. And it will be producing iron for us just about constantly. Oh, you can hear the iron golem dying right now, because he just fell down there. There we go. Okay, I need to not fall off this staircase while I'm working, but I need to get rid of this staircase while I'm headed up. So I'll just keep doing this to get out of here. And ideally not fall in here, because if I fall in, it's going to be really hard to get out. But that right there should be enough. So let's go check downstairs to make sure that whatever the drops are from the iron golem, they didn't get destroyed. Let's go look. They're right here, and look at that. We have 4 iron ingots. Really simple way to start farming iron, which I love. I love the idea that we can just farm iron. That's going to be super useful. Okay, so this is basically operational, but the last things that we need to do with it are cover it up and make it look pretty. Unfortunately, I'm out of time for this episode today, which means we're going to have to do it on a different day. We're going to have to go through and cover everything up and make it look nice and pretty. That will be our next episode. But I just want to say thank you all so much for coming with me on this adventure. I know it was kind of a chaotic episode, but I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you did, totally leave a like. I didn't work from a tutorial. I just kind of worked from my knowledge here, so there was nothing for me to really link here. But I hope you guys got a general idea of how this needs to work. Most of these decisions I just made for myself, and you should know that this isn't really intended to be like an incredibly efficient iron farm. It's just supposed to give us some iron, that way we don't have to be mining it all the time, because there's lots of things we need iron for buckets and shears and rails, because I'm going to do lots of stuff with rails. I plan to make lots of different projects that are going to involve using mine carts and rails, and hoppers. Hoppers require a lot of iron as well, so we're going to need lots of iron, and that's why I wanted to build this place right here. So I hope you guys really, really enjoyed it. I might do a little bit of design work, at least just to know what I want to do in the next episode. But then we're gonna, when we meet back up again, we'll actually do the brunt of building up the aesthetic design of this iron farm so that it looks better than just a weird cobblestone, spruce wood hole in the ground. But I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and keep being your beautiful selves, and I cannot wait for the next episode. See you guys later.